Hi, Maggie.
Hey, Emma, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
You
Bit
look nice. I like
excited.
your hair.
Thank you. Thank you. It's getting
Oh,
longer,
so
isn't it?
managed to get you out of your kitchen today.
Yeah, we've been stockpiling.
I
We're
see. I see.
expecting a deluge.
Yes, yes, and that is what we're hoping for as well.
Mm.
So tell us your good news and why we're here. Oh, yes,
Oh,
by the way, introduce yourself to anybody who doesn't know you.
okay, so I'm Margaret Ogunbanwo, or those who know me or know my business call me Maggie Ogunbanwo. I run Maggie's African Twist, and you'll know more about us on the 5th of March, but I am the founder and CEO of this company that manufactures African inspired sauces, spice mixes, and related gifts. Also, is it a 3 or 4 times cookery book writer now? And we have 4 books published. One of them is not a cookbook. And some of it is around Africa, some of it is around my inspiration, some of it is collaboration with other people. So we are here today to talk about this meeting that I had sometime last year with 2 hairy guys. They're called the
Ah,
Hairy Bikers. And I was approached earlier in last year, earlier in 2023, about being on the show. And the way life is with me and with what we've done and with our businesses, I hear these things and I think, somebody's, trying on something, or I've had many approaches to be on programs, and they say, "Oh,
oh, so
maybe
you
you'll
were
be, maybe you
suspicious.
won't."
Oh, could it be
I
this?
was,
This
I
thing?
was. I
Ah.
thought, "Oh, is this somebody prospecting, trying something, and whatnot?" And then when we got it down that it was going to happen, and they were going to do a preliminary visit and all of that, they were not sure when they were going to do the recording because one of the hairy bikers, Sai, has not been well, and if the series Harry Bikers Goes West started 2 weeks ago, and you would have heard Sai and Dave talking about the cancer that he has. So they were not sure how well he would be to be able to come down to North Wales to ride and to record. But they came, and I was not sure either. I mean, I don't know if I told you this, but I was supposed to be relocating and moving, and relocation would have been a whole upset, really, because my kitchen, all that was familiar, would not have been there, and I couldn't see how it would happen. So um, luckily for us and for the hairy bikers, Sai was well, and I didn't move at the time.
It's so interesting because you mentioned your relocation and you keep saying this thing where I'm supposed to be relocating, supposed to be relocating. And it just I remember talking to you about it, and it just wasn't coming together. Everything was like dragging and everything. And I was like, what's going on? So it seems it was kind of like well timed and a bit serendipitous that, it happened that way. So
And I think I've come to the conclusion that this is meant to be, and that I think that after the 5th of March, I may not be, things may be fast tracked then. It just seemed that the timing was meant. And since I can't see into the future, someone who is looking out for me saw into the future and knew that I still need to be here. Exactly. I still need to be here at this time. And so what is stopping the relocation is that we need to sell the property we're in here to buy where we are, and that hasn't moved on. But I'm really hoping that there's a sense that it will now all start falling back into place. But I'm happy that I'm here because, yes, I'm happy that I'm still here. Yeah.
okay. I want to quickly go and talk about Wales, you and Wales, and what is this love affair that you have with Wales? And then we can talk about the hairy men.
It's really a great question. What is the love affair I have with Wales? I would say that before we came to Wales, there was a sense in me that I needed to come to Wales, that I wanted to come to Wales. And then I had an epiphany about Wales, which I won't go back on, but if somebody Googles it, I think my story has been told about the epiphany. But when I came to Wales,
And
it's
it's
when
talked
opportunity.
about in your book, The Journey, I think.
Yes, it is. Thank you. My £1 book, which is a quick read, The Journey. Everybody should get that, and if they want to find out about this epiphany. But anyway, Wales has also been the land of open doors for me. I dreamt of having a business. This thing of having my own business, manufacturing things, was a young person's dream, and it never happened till I came to Wales. So opportunities and doors and blessings and collaboration and people have come my way in Wales. I think that Wales really does support businesses. Welsh food and drink businesses are very well supported to establish and grow. And so maybe this is where my love affair is with them. And I am being part of the board as well, so that I can bring a different view to food and drink, because my views may be different because of my background. I think these are the things that have given me a love affair with Wales. So even though I'm moving from North to South Wales, and I love Wales enough to learn the language. I say that now, and I say it with caution, because I don't use it as much. So I've forgotten things, but I love speaking Welsh. I actually love the opportunity to speak Welsh. So yeah, maybe when something or somewhere blesses you, you equally feel blessed and the ability to love and give back to that place. So that's my love affair, as you call it, with Wales.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's that thing, I don't know whether people you've heard it before, where people say that, there's a place for a blessing for each of us. It's not just that you're blessed, but that there's a place, a physical, geographical place, that where your place is, where your blessing is. But anyway, so
yeah, you're right. It seems as if I found my pot here in Wales.
yeah. So the hairy bikers,
yes.
First impressions.
It was noisy. I loved it. I loved the boom boom on the bike. Yeah, the bikes coming. I so loved it. I thought the whole village will wake up. It was a weekday, but I thought nobody could fail to hear this sound. So my first impression was the noise that came with them. But to be honest with you, because you wonder what it's going to be like. I have recorded with one or two TV personalities before, and I wondered what it was going to be like with the guys. But their team that had come before were very friendly and had assured me that these are nice guys. And literally, these are nice guys. And as soon as they drove into my garage with the big red door, drove their bikes in, they needed a cup of tea. To me, that is like home. Guys, I can bring you a cup of tea. We can chat. So those were my first impressions.
Oh, that's nice. So let me go straight into the cooking. Did they cook in your kitchen?
Of course they cooked in my kitchen.
So what was the pace? What was the pace of the cooking? Was it fast, slow, easygoing, instinctive?
It was easygoing. Easygoing is a good word to use, because I wondered how it would be, and it's recording things, but it really was like having two friends of mine in the kitchen, and I chose the beginning was that I chose what we would make to start with. So I chose a pirate stew for them to make with I think Kilimanjaro rice. And I don't remember whether I had made the rice before, but they were going to make the stew, which is like, people would call it a curry. It's one of my, Maggie's, I don't know, we would call it our signature things, our pirate stew spice. And they made this. And so, so I was in the middle of the guys and they were doing this. I was kind of just giving an instruction here and there, but they were getting on with it. And it really was easy going. I was relaxed, and the guys were too. You could tell that they'd done this before. And I don't know whether it's too much information, but those who were filming and recording said that, it was really pretty straightforward with me. It's like they were dealing with a pro, so we didn't have to do too many takes or anything like that.
That's wonderful. So what was your impression about them as chefs or as cooks? Like, are they like you? Are they those that instinctive people that cook instinctively, that comes naturally to them? Did you see that in them?
Just talking to the hairy bikers, and having watched other of their productions, their TV productions, you get the idea that they cook from instinct. They know a lot. They have experienced a lot of ingredients. So they come to you, they get used to maybe what you have or what you do, and then they take it away and they do their own thing. In fact, MF, for me, I am as much looking forward to watching the program as others, because they took away a fair number of my spices and sauces and they've made something, but I haven't seen that.
Oh,
All I
see.
saw was what we made on the thing. So on the our recording. So I really am looking forward to seeing what they have done with those things. But they are very instinctive cooks. And apparently they were going on to a coffee place. So my thing is, what have they done with coffee and, and my spices and herbs? So I'm looking forward to it.
So what about talking to them? I find that, well, this is just an aside, but when I used to teach cake decorating, I found out that the kitchen is such a relaxing place to have conversations in, when you're cooking, so was it like that with them? Were you chatting as you were cooking? Can you tell us what they said?
Well, sometimes we had to be, we had to be
stop
brought
and
back to
stop.
the program,
Oh,
we
wow.
need to record this point or that point. But yes, it was very easy to sit with them, and we invited them to stop with us and have some African food, and so we really got to chat. So I chatted with Dave. I'm sure I'm not mixing them up. I chatted with get this right so that I don't I chatted with Dave about his grandchildren, his newest grandchild that he hadn't seen. And he was, after this recording, he was going to see his newest grandchild. If you see at the beginning of their program, they say talking about making new friends. It really felt like we made new friends. We could just talk down to earth. We could talk food, but we could talk down to earth as well. And I think they were curious to know how I came to be in Wales, how I came to be cooking African food in Wales, what my experience had been, but they were equally as relaxed to share their views. And while you want to be careful not to intrude, I wondered I was curious about how they'd managed with one of them having cancer and then continuing this, and they were very open with their views.
That's wonderful. So was there anything surprising that happened? Maybe something you expected, or something that you didn't expect that happened?
I think the only surprising thing, I think the only surprising thing is that one of the local people is a fan and stood outside the our space for about 2 hours waiting to
oh my goodness,
catch up with these guys.
a
Honestly,
honestly,
nobody realized this. And when we came out to get ready for them to go, I saw her and she said it to me, and I'm like, why don't you just come in? And the guys were so, so friendly with her, hugged her, took pictures with her. So for me, the whole thing was surprising that they were okay to do that, but that somebody would stand outside that long waiting to meet their favorite chef. So that was kind of touching for me.
I think it seems that their personality is a big part of what they do and how they approach what they do.
I totally agree with you. I think their personality is a lot of what sells their what they do. Or, well, I don't know, maybe they're well known now, but they're so warm. I think I remember telling my husband that when I met them, I just hugged them instinctively. Forget, hello, shake hands. I just wanted to hug them, and that was okay for them. So yes, I agree with you. They're great personalities.
Okay, so the cooking side of things, did you learn anything new?
Well, I've been watching the Hairy Bikers now, and I have learned something new from them. Again, like I said, they came and cooked what I perhaps put before them, brought some ingredients, but they cook with a lot of lemon zest, and a lot of lemon zest, or the slice of a lemon zest. So I thought, let me see this thing, because I've used lemon. There was a time in my life I stopped using salt. I was really young, and so lemon was the go-to. So I've known it as a salt replacement type of thing. But I just thought, I was cooking the other day, I was making some rabbit my husband had bought. I thought, I'm going to go Hairy Biker style, and I put a strip of zest of lemon in it, and amazing. I can't tell you, it was just a really nice flavor. So I'd use all my normal flavors. I'd use my spices. So I expect a certain thing. And then when I tasted it, I'm like, why is there a slight dip? The lemon. So there you go. I've learned something from the hairy bikers. I might be zesting my lemon and cutting off the lemon strip and adding it to whatever dish.
That's interesting. That's interesting. In fact, yesterday I was watching Lady Cook and she was cleaning her chicken, raw chicken with lemon, for almost every dish. She'll just wipe it or, rub it with lemon, before she puts it. It's just like a normal thing, like maybe when you're just about to cook your chicken, and I was
But you
like,
see, I know about that. It's a very Caribbean way.
yes,
And maybe it comes from the days before when you didn't know how something
Queen,
was and it
yeah,
wasn't safe and whatnot. So it's come through the generation. So I know that about and also if you're putting spices and you put a bit of lemon, it carries the spices because it's liquid. It carries them into the chicken, so it helps it infuse. So I knew that. But
okay.
the hairy bikers would make something, whatever it is, sweet, savory. Oh, and a little bit of lemon zest. Or we'll just add some lemon zest. I've not that would be onion for me. I use onion or garlic in everything, but theirs was like lemon zest. So it's using lemon as an ingredient in everything.
That's interesting. Okay. I think I have gone through all my questions. Tell us about when's the show coming up? When's your version of the show? I know it's called Hairy Bikers Go West.
It is, and it's Tuesdays at 7:30 on BBC Two. So I think that we have today. Is today
Um,
Tuesday? Yes.
it's Tuesday, yes.
So we
So
have Tuesday today. Then we have, I think, 27th of February. And then we have 5th of March. And Maggie goes west with the hairy bikers on the 5th of March at 7:30 on
oh, wonderful,
BBC Two.
wonderful. BBC.
Emma, I don't know if people do this, but I'm so looking forward to watching it.
Watching.
I'm as intrigued as everybody else. What first of all to watch myself. If anybody's been following it up to now, you'll see in the clip at the beginning, there's me going, yes, we like that sound. They put something in a pan and it had gone shh, and it said, yes, we like that sound. So that even amused me seeing myself. So I'm curious to find out how it all turned out.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so that is it. Maggie Ogunbanwo of Maggie's African Twist is one of the guests on the Hairy Bikers Go West, and she will be her episode will be on the 5th of March. So make sure you catch that. And also make sure you just catch the Hairy Bikers every Tuesday for this season while they go from place to place, meeting different people, making friends, including our very own Maggie.
Can I also add that it might be history making because it might be their last recording that they are able to do together. So this one I think is really poignant.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, lots to see. I mean, it's so interesting how food is not just about food, or cooking is never just about cooking. It brings many things together, emotions and love and family and culture and growth and so much, that can be attributed to cooking and food. And I love the way that you've always made that part of how you approach your food. So it's not just like, oh, I'm very good at cooking and I sell spices, but it's like you always want it to be a way for people to come together across cultures and, within families, and also for even self-discovery and that kind of thing. So yeah.
In fact, Emma, thank you for saying all of that. It's truly cooking is a way of life, and I would like to integrate and include more people just through cooking. Give me the opportunity to cook with you. Let's stand about, chat, and yeah, and I love watching how other people do it. So, like I say, I'm looking forward to what the hairy bikers do.
Okay. All right then. I think that's us.